What is up, my Lorcana Goons? Welcome to the Lorcana Goons channel. My name is Kevin and we're going to talk about some Lorcana stuff today. I hope you guys are doing good. I'm a little under the weather, so I'm not going to go over the biggest tournament we've had from Rise of the Floodborn. But if you do want to see the top 8 breakdown, go check out Lorcana Villain's newest video. They do an awesome job getting the deck list out there as well. But I do want to talk about the fact that Ruby Amethyst is probably the best deck right now, if not obviously the most popular deck in the meta. It is a Ruby Amethyst meta. You're going to see that deck a lot at tournaments and locals, and I'm going to feature a battle of the gods right now. We have two great Ruby Amethyst players from our local scene that entered our Enchanted Shere tournament. We're going to watch these two Illumineers duke it out, outwit each other with the two best decks of the format, Ruby Amethyst and Ruby Amethyst. Can you believe it? Merlin Goat package is very strong, and according to these players, Sorcerer's Spellbook is also a very strong card. Our Enchanted Shere tournament was held in SoCal at PLA Cards and Games, and we do these every Saturday now. So this Saturday we're going to be doing one for an Enchanted Hercules, and if that's something that interests you, check out our Discord, our Facebook, our Instagram, and everything else that is Lorcana Goons related, so you can find out information on that, and you can enter the tournament if you are in the SoCal area. But we have Mike and Justin. Both these players are local goons. They play a lot of Lorcana. They enter a lot of local tournaments, so for both of them to end in the finals with the same color type is pretty awesome to see, because it does go to show that when you do persevere, you can get those results. You know what I'm saying? But let's get into these meta-defying plays. Now, I'm showing this because even though these are tier 1 decks and some people think they are autopilot easy to play, and that people who net deck are just playing the copycatter deck and they don't know how to play the game, but when you watch these two players duke it out, it's like watching Goku and Vegeta fighting for the first time. When you watch two players who really want to win, you can really see the plays being made, and I'm very excited to showcase this video because these are two good local players. And second place did get a D100 gift set, so like I said, come to our tournaments. They're pretty awesome. I also want to mention that we have an old school deck profile from the winner at the end of the video, so finish the video, you can see him break down his deck list and give a little bit of an explanation on some of the cards he decided to play and why he played them and whatnot. And this was filmed last Saturday, or this Saturday that just passed actually, so it was at the exact same time that the PPG was happening, so you're going to be able to see some concepts overlay from the weekend tournament deck list and the way that these players were playing their deck this weekend. But the amount of practice and dedication that these two players have in the format and in the chapter 1 format has been awesome to see. I love local goons. You know I have to respect players who give it their all, and that's what these two goons are doing. We have two very strong Illumineers with two very strong decks, and we're gonna see which one is gonna come out on top right now. Alrighty, we have Mike at the top and Justin at the bottom with the Winnie the Pooh mat, both from Southern California. Mike power shuffling his deck. If you guys want some meta tips, pay attention to this game. Look at the way these players be shuffling their decks, the way they keep track of lore, keep track of every moment in the game state. Alright, Justin gets a 9, Mike gets a 7. Looks like Justin is gonna go first. Both players draw for a turn. Okay, Justin mulligans for 3. Alright, so Mike also decides to mulligan 3, shovels his deck up a little bit. Alright, good luck, have fun to both players. Let's get it on. Justin inks a Maleficent, plays a Minnie Mouse. Mike inks a Maui, plays an Olaf. That little coin he's using, that's what he uses to make sure that he inked that turn. Justin inks a Maleficent Dragon, quest for 1. Plays a Mim Snake to bounce the mini back, passes. If you notice, Mike asked him what did he ink. Very important information. Not only to make sure you know what deck your opponent's playing, but to also keep count of how many of what card has been inked in the game. Justin looks like he has a spellbook, a mini in his hand. I think I see a friends on the other side as well. Mike is in a quest with Olaf for 1. Make sure he inks a Pascal. Plays a Mim Snake, bounces back to Olaf. This is a mirror match if I ever seen one. Justin inks a Maui. Plays a Maleficent, draws a card off the Maleficent Sorceress ability, and he's gonna go ahead and quest for 1. Shout out Justin for having that lore counter on screen. Makes it a lot easier on me because I don't gotta edit that. Alright, Mike is gonna go ahead and ink an Olaf and play Maleficent Sorceress. This is a mirror match if I've ever seen one. Right, Mike trades the snakes, so he bumps his snake into Justin's snake. Decides not to quest. Sinks friends. Justin sinks friends on the other side, using his Maleficent Sources to draw 2 cards, and then inks a Minnie Mouse. And he's going to pay 3 ink for a spellbook and pay 1 spellbook and gain a lore. Okay. I was talking to Justin throughout the tournament. He was saying that he went to another tournament the day before, and that every time he played the mirror match, when his opponent had Spellbook, he lost. And he didn't have Spellbook in his deck. So the first thing he did before this tournament was add Spellbook to his deck. I do believe they're both playing more of a control version, not necessarily an aggressive version. Mike goes ahead and inks another Olaf, and he's going to play Spellbook. He pays 3 for the Spellbook, and then pays 1 to gain a lore. And then he trades Maleficent Sorceress, so challenges Sorceress and Sorceress. Justin draws and pays 3 for another Friends on the other side, and then inks a Teeth and Ambitions, and goes ahead to play an Olaf with 1, and then gains another lore with Sorcerer's Spellbook. That Spellbook putting in work. They both have one though. But Justin being able to go first does give him a little bit of an advantage to kind of keep the pressure on. Mike plays a rabbit for 4. Draws a card. He's going to ink Minnie Mouse Surfer. Pay 1 to gain a lore. Pass turn. Alright, Justin inks a card, plays 6 for the Lady Tremaine. Getting rid of the Merlin Rabbit, which lets Mike draw a card as well. Mike is going to ink a Rush Queen, Queen of Hearts, and pay 4 to play a goat. So that is 4 ink out of the 6 he has, and he's going to pay 1 more ink to gain 1 lore off of the Sorcerer's Spellbook ability. And he passes. Alright, so now they're both at 5 lore. Tremaine applying pressure. Okay, Justin inks a Teeth and Ambitions and uses Dragonfire on the goat, making sure to get rid of that goat before any snakes or foxes come down so that they can bounce the goat back. Very strong play. And then quest for 3. No, 4. He's going to gain 4 lore here. 2 with Tremaine, 1 with Olaf, 1 with Sorcerer's Spellbook, and he passes turn there. Score is 9-6. Justin is up at the Winnie the Pooh mat. Ruby Amethyst mirror match. Looks like very similar deck lists as well. Alright, Mike inks a Friends on the other side. Okay. Plays a Scar for 7 and challenges both and is able to survive both challenges. If you don't know Scar's ability, when Scar takes any damage, you may ready him back. So he challenges Olaf, readies, challenges Tremaine, readies, passes turn. Justin draws, plays a Merlin Rabbit to draw another card. And he's deciding on what he's going to do next. It looks like he's going to pay 3 to play a Mimfox. But we'll see. We'll see what he does. That's looking like the play he wants to do, though. He has 3 or 4 cards in hand. Okay, so he pays 3, not for a Fox, but instead for another Friends on the other side. Inks a card. Shows it to Mike for confirmation, but we couldn't see it. But inks a card and pays 1 for the Sorcerer's Spellbook. You gotta gain that mandatory lore every turn, right? Speed the game up, speed up your win condition. Mike had to skip a turn last turn to play the Scar, but you know, it is what it is. He cleared the board. That was a lot of pressure. So he's in a quest for 2, which kind of makes up for that, and then quest for 1 more. And he goes to 9 lore. Mike has 6 ink at his disposal. There is a Merlin Rabbit and a Fox combo, and he pays 3 ink for a Mini Surfer and passes turn. And Justin goes ahead and draws into a Maui. Not going to do much here, but he does have a Mim Fox, which he can utilize to bounce back his Rabbit. We'll see if he does that play, though. You for sure want to out the Scar, obviously. So he quests for 1. It looks like that's the play he's going for. And yep, he plays the Madam Mim Fox. Puts the rabbit to his hand, draws a card, pays 4 more for a rabbit. Alright, inks a Maui, gains 1 lore. Mike is going to quest for 4 here, putting him at 13. Interesting, he didn't decide to clear the Scar there with the Mim Fox. Not sure why. Mike does quest for 4, putting him at 13, ahead of the game a little bit. Plays a goat. Ooh, gets him at 14. That's looking a little scary. 15 lore now with the Sorcerer's Spellbook. Does he have a way to bounce the goat back? Alright. Inks a Minnie Mouse, plays the fox, bounces back. This is looking like lethal. Pretty close. Goes up a lore again. Alright, Justin uses the rabbit, challenges the Scar, gets to draw a card here. Dragon fires on the mini. Plays, oh, another spellbook and gains 2 lore with the double spellbook and a third one. This is anyone's game right here. This is crazy. But having the extra spellbook, oh, that might actually put you up top. But that goat, ooh, double goats, shows them the double goats, and that's the end of the game. If you don't know, goat, gain 2 lore, puts him at 18. Quest 1 with the fox puts him at 19. Pays 1 lore because he had at least 9 ink, and that's 20 right there with the sorcerer's spellbook. Low key, if I had to say what was the issue there, I think maybe you're supposed to challenge the Scar using the Mim Fox that one turn. That seemed like an extra, that seemed like a lot of lore to give Mike for free, you know what I mean? But oh, that was a close one. Double goats for game in game 1. Yeah, they're actually talking about it right there. All right, Justin's going first again. Looks like he's mulliganing 4 cards. Mike only mulligans 1 card. That's what they're discussing, whether or not his hand was good. He's gonna ink a Teeth and play an Olaf. Justin passes to Mike. Mike is gonna ink a Yzma and then plays an Olaf. Justin inks a Monsters Dragon and plays Mini and Olaf back to back. Wow. Quest with Olaf and puts him at 1 lore. A very aggressive start. Mike draws. Alright, Mike inks a Fidget and then plays a Pascal. Quest for Olaf for 1. Fidget is a 3 ink character with 3 strength and 2 willpower that quests for 1 and has evasive. Alright. Inks a Fox, plays a Friends on the other side and draws 2. And then he's going to just quest for 3. Putting him... Oh no, he's going to actually challenge the Olaf. Sorry, I thought he was questing. He's challenging all... He's using his double Olaf and Mini to clear his opponent's Olaf. Okay, interesting. Okay, Mike inks a Friends on the other side. And then plays a Surfer Mini. Quests with Pascal for 1. Good old Pedro Pascal. So it looks like Mike's kind of going for more of an aggro evasive strat, but Justin opened up very aggressive as well. So kind of counters it right now. Justin inks a Mim Snake, plays a spellbook, and then pays the 1 ink for the spellbook and quests for 3 more here. Alright, Mike inks Friends on the other side, plays a spellbook of his own, and he's gonna use the extra ink he has to gain a lore and then quest for 3 with Pascal and Mini. Alright, Justin inks an Aladdin, Dragonfire on the Mini. Quest for 3. Passes. Alright, Mike inks Maleficent, plays a goat for 4. And then uses Sorcerer's Spellbook to quest for 1. Putting him at 8 lore to Justin 7. Justin inks a card, plays Maleficent Sorcerers of his own to draw a card. Alright, pays 1 ink so he can gain a lore, and then quest for 3. Mike's gonna quest with 1 with his goat. No, he's gonna challenge the Olaf with his goat. And he's gonna play Queen of Hearts with Rush to challenge the Mini, banishing the Mini. And he uses a Mim Snake for 2, bounces back his goat. Gains 1 more lore, uses the last of his ink to quest with his Sorcerer's Spellbook basically and gets 1 lore. Justin is going to sing Friends on the other side, exerting his Maleficent Sorceress. He then pays 4 ink for a goat, gains a lore. Teeth and Ambitions, inks Teeth and Ambitions. Pays 2 ink. Plays a snake, bounces his Maleficent, not his goat, plays the last of his ink to gain a lore with Sorcerer's Spellbook, and then quests with Olaf. Mike is going to go ahead and challenge the Olaf using his Madame Imp Snake, and then quest for 1
with his Queen of Hearts. Decides to pay 4, plays a goat. Pays 1 more, gains another lore with Sorcerer's Spellbook. Passes turn. Doesn't seem like he inked that turn. Justin inks a card. Goes ahead and pays 7 for Scar as well. And then Scar clears the Mim Snake and the Queen with Rush. He's going to go ahead and gain 2 lore by questing with Goat and Snake and passes it off to Mike. Justin is presenting lethal on board. If Mike can't figure out a way to end this game, close this game out, it's looking like it's over. Gains the lore with the goats by questing. Uses Mim Fox to bounce back his goat. Gains 1 more lore. Pays 3. You have to clear the goat, right? Just in case, but it just doesn't matter. Or you kill the snake? Sure. Trades in there. Sorcerer's Spellbook for 1. If he has a snake or a fox, Justin wins this game right here, right now. Or another Sorcerer's Spellbook. Alright. Avoids any type of time. Okay, there you go. Shows him that he had lethal if he would have drawn his Monstrous Dragon. A very cool way to secure lethal. If you didn't know, you can use Maleficent Monstrous Dragon to target your own characters as well. So in that scenario, Justin could have used his Maleficent Monstrous Dragon to hit his own Merlin Go after he quests with it. So he would have been able to gain the extra 2, the extra lore he was missing. So that's a very good play right there. Just giving you guys some tips. And if you like tips like this and keeping up with meta decks and players of the competitive kind, join our Discord. Subscribe to the channel. What are you doing? All right, let's get on into this game 3. Mike and Justin. Mike's going to be going first since he lost the last game. Good luck to both these players. Let's see what happens in this Ruby Amethyst Mirror Match Finals for a Shere Enchanted Rare. Okay, Mike goes ahead and inks a Mim Fox. Starts the game off with a Pascal and passes turn. Justin inks a Minnie Mouse. Pays 1 to play an Olaf, passes turn. Not sure if you heard that, but Mike just said this hand is awful, quote. So he's going to ink a Mini Surfer and pass. Justin inks a Maleficent Dragon. Uses Teeth and Ambitions. Deals 2 damage to his own Olaf. Clears the Pascal. Quests for 1. Alright, Mike inks another Mini Surfer and plays a Sorcerer's Spellbook. Passes turn. Justin quests for 1 using Olaf. Inks a Minnie Mouse. Plays 2, bounces the Olaf to play the snake, and then plays Olaf again, basically readying it. He does acknowledge that Mike drew the Sorcerer's Spellbook first. Mike inks a Fidget, plays a Merlin Rabbit to draw a card. Looks like Mike has a second Sorcerer's Spellbook in his hand, though. That's pretty clutch. Alright, inks a Maui. Plays a Goat, quests for 2, using both characters, Snake and Olaf, and gains an extra lore with Goat. 5-0 is the score. Mike's hand looked pretty dead. It looked like a Sorcerer's Spellbook, Be Prepared, Scar maybe. Alright, he uses a Friends on the Other Side to sing his Rabbit, draws 2 cards. Mim Snake pays 2, bounces the Rabbit back. It looks like Mike is coming back into this game with some Rabbit Mim synergy. Alright, he's gonna go ahead and ink a Yzma. He has 3 ink to use, and uses one of them to play Pascal. Uses the Sorcerer's Spellbook to gain 1 lore. That's the first time he's used it this whole game. This is like turn 6. Turn 5. It's turn 5. Alright, Justin quests. Oh no, he sings. Sings his Goat. I didn't know goats could sing. Draws 2 cards using Friends on the Other Side. He hasn't inked yet, so he has up to 5 ink to use this turn, depending on if he decides to ink. He's going to go ahead and quest for 1 with Olaf. Alright, he's going to pay 2 for Madame M. Snake, bounces Olaf back, pays 3 for a Mim Fox, and then bounces his Goat back. Gains a lore, quests for 1, gains a lore. He's at 8-1. I think Justin's strategy at this point is to just try and be as aggressive as possible. Mike started off slow, but he is starting to pick up pace as well. Justin has 4 cards in hand. Mike has looking like 5 to 6 maybe. Mike plays the rabbit again, the one he had in his hand. Draws a card. Mike uses his snake to challenge the snake on Justin's side of the board and gains 1 lore with Pascal and 1 lore with Sorcerer's Spellbook. He's at 5 ink. He hasn't inked this turn. Does not ink. Passes a turn of not inking into like turn 6. Wow, okay. All right, Justin pays 4. Draws off the rabbit. Looks like he draws a Mally Dragon. He has a snake in hand, so I'm pretty sure you just bounce your rabbit back and play a snake, right? Quest for 2. Plays a snake, bounces back his fox instead of his own rabbit. Okay, bounces back the fox. Mike is going to ink a Surfer Mini. Had to skip on ink last turn, so he has to catch up at least this turn. He's going to be at 6 ink. Would have been at 7, but not quite yet. Okay, he's going to quest for 2 using his rabbit and his Pascal. He's going to pay 3 more ink to play another Sorcerer's Spellbook, and then pays for both Sorcerer's Spellbook, putting him at 7. Ooh, that was a pretty big turn. Justin inks a Teeth and Ambitions and uses Scar to clear both. He's gonna draw. Mike's gonna draw off the rabbit. Scar's taking 3 damage, and then Justin goes ahead and quests for 3. There's no spellbook on Justin's side of the field, but he has a bunch of characters. Mike has 2 spellbooks and no characters. Draws for turn, readies his cards. I imagine Mike has a lot of uninkables in his hand, right? Because he had to skip an ink turn. Goes ahead and uses a Mim Snake as ink. Puts him at 7 ink. And we all know what happens at 7 ink, guys. Be prepared. Justin's going to draw for the Merlin Rabbit. I wonder if he was prepared for that one. I mean, kind of obvious, right? Mike had to pass an ink turn, but I mean, hey, you got to try and close this game out when you see those spellbooks. So he uses a Maleficent Sorceress to draw a card, which makes sense because that's, Spry Hold, and then a goat. Okay, so he has recursion after the Be Prepared. He's double in Mike's lore. Oh, inks a Maleficent Sorceress. Plays another Be Prepared. Alright, so Mike, he just told him, now you can guess what I drew. Obviously opened up multiple Be Prepareds. Justin draws, plays a rabbit. Draws a card off rabbit. It's looking like a close game here. Ooh, Mim Fox combo off with a rabbit. Draw another card. Inks a card. Puts him at 4 ink. Has to pass. Mike is going to pay 4 ink to play a Merlin Rabbit. Draws a card off of the rabbit ability. Inks a Mally Sorceress. Plays a Minnie Mouse Surfer. Going to use both Sorcerer's Spellbook to gain 2 lore. Justin is going to have 8 ink, possibly 9. He inks an Aladdin Outlaw. All right, 9 ink, plays a Maleficent Dragon. Passes turn. 16 to 10 is the score. Mike readies his cards. He has 8, possibly up to 9 ink to spare as well this turn if he can ink a card. Justin has 4 cards in hand. I can't really see them. It's looking like one's a Merlin Rabbit, one might be a Be Prepared. Mike has a little bit more in hand than Justin. Alright, he's going to gain 1 lore with Merlin Rabbit by questing. Uses a Mim Fox to bounce his rabbit, draws a card. Challenges the Fox. Okay. He would have had lethal if he played a goat. Oh, and uses Dragonfire to get rid of the entire board. Alright. Inks a Pascal. He's going to gain 2 lore with the Sorcerer's Spellbook and a pass turn. Justin plays a Merlin Rabbit. Alright, plays the rabbit, uses Fox, bounces it back, draws some cards. That's it. That's going to be all of Justin's play. Did not have a way to keep going after that. Passes it back to Mike. Mike has a decent amount of ink now. Plays a Merlin Rabbit for 4. Mike is going to ink a Maui. Gain 2 lore from the spellbook. Plays the fidget for 3 ink. Passes turn. Justin needs to draw some spellbooks, some goats to close this game out. He inks a Friends on the Other Side. Quest for 1 with Fox. Ooh. Plays Be Prepared. Mike is in a draw off of the rabbit. Justin plays a rabbit and draws a card himself. It's looking like anyone's game now. Gains 2 lore. Using both spellbooks. Puts him at 17. He's going to pay 1. Pay 3 for Olaf and Minfox. He needs to bounce something with Minfox though. That Olaf should be in the hand. Oh no, he paid an extra one. That way he can just play the Olaf again. Duh. Okay, that's what happened. So he paid 5 ink instead of 4. I see what happened. So quest for 1 gains the lore. 18 to 17 is the score. Justin is up by 1. He's looking for a goat or a sorcerer's spellbook. It does not look like he's seen it yet. Ooh, he's just gonna pay 7 for the Be Prepared. Draws a card. Pays the ink for an Olaf, a Mim, and an Olaf again. Total of 4 ink. He's gonna Mike starts his turn off, plays a Be Prepared. Gains the 2 lore with the Sorcerer's Spellbook. Passes, presents lethal. Mike's at 19. He just needs 1 more. 1 more to end this game. And all Justin has to do is draw a combination of goat, snake. Oh, and that's it. And Justin cannot see the goat. There we go. Looking for the Sorcerer's Spellbook or the goats. Could not see the cards he needed to see. Yeah, okay, wow. That was such an intense game of back and forth. Yeah, they're discussing now how Spellbook in the Mirror is kind of the such a winning card. That was such a clutch game. It looked like Justin could have taken it, Mike could have taken it, could have gone any way whatsoever. But congrats to Mike for winning. Let's get into that deck profile.
Saturdays for sure make it better because then I'm able to like be here and play.
All right, we got Mike here. He just got first place at our Enchanted Shere tournament in Long Beach, California at Pele Cards in Game. Shout out Trayvon. Check him out. Yeah, this is, all right, so it was a 4-round tournament. And Mike got first place. We went undefeated basically. We were playing Ruby Amethyst. Show us the deck profile. Get into the spice. But first, any shout outs?
Yeah, shout out Lorcana Goons.
Yeah.
Shout out the boys. I can't say our team name right now because it's not child appropriate, but you know we're gonna rock with it until we get in trouble. And shout out Lorcana, man. Disney, this game is sick, bro. Like brings a lot of people together. I've seen homies that I ain't seen in hell long. So yeah, man. Shout out the game, bro.
All right, cool.
These uninkles, 3 of the bunny, and then 3 of the spell. This card's crazy. Wins all the games, to be honest. I still play this. Like people were cutting this, but I just feel like on turn 5, being able to hit like Haversham or Stitch and stuff, like it's really good because like if you hit them in Haversham and they don't have another one, then they're super slow down, and like if they able to draw 2 off like another time off it, it just get out of control. This card's pretty good for like Ward. I don't know if I like this card yet 100% or not, but. This is like one of my favorite cards. Shout out Lion King, bro. This is my favorite movie, Disney movie. I have it tatted on my chest, you know, Kuna Matata, you know what I'm saying? But this card is literally just this card, but in a body, which is why I like that. This is honestly why I'm playing the deck. But this card's great. I might bump it to 3. This is the purple card, or Amethyst card, sorry, excuse me. This is the only action I play in purple, is the draw card. This card's really good. I don't think I've ever used it on another character that's not my own to draw to, because the Madame Mim card, I mean the Merlin cards just like do broken stuff when you remove them. Like this is just like a +2 plus other things, and then they have to deal with it, and it's 4/4, so it's pretty good. 4 goats. This card is probably gonna get banned one day. I know the card's crazy. This card's really good too, Madame Mim. Like the bounce, like the whole bounce idea of this deck is probably like really overpowered. I don't think I would play anything that's not purple for a while, just because the whole idea of the deck is crazy. The draw card, Maleficent. Excuse the comment, I'm poor. 4 of the snake. This card's really good too. I mean, 3/3 for 2 is really good. That's why you play like all these like the 1-drops. Like I play like Olaf, and then this card. I'm not too sure if this version is better than like Teeth and like playing with the minis, just because like if other people are playing Teeth, this card's trash, and like it just gets to die. So I'm not too sure. We're gonna figure it out though. We'll find out in like a couple weeks. And then it's the red cards, Maui, the Surfer Mini. This card is probably the best card in the whole tournament. Like, it just when you get it on turn 3, like almost no deck is playing evasive, and even if they are, it's like you have to go through loops and loops to get rid of this. And then it's already got 4 lore, which is enough. Fidget was the tech card that I was playing because I thought people were gonna be playing this. So like I was like, I mean it's locals and stuff, but like you know people play like the best decks and stuff. So I didn't know if people were gonna be playing this. Plus it's just like an evasive character that like you can lore with, and like it can deal with little character, like big characters. Like it can deal with Ariel and stuff. And so yeah, it's pretty good. And then 2 Queen, cause like I played like this and Scar. I didn't play Big Dragon because like I wanted to play like just in case. I feel like the Steel Amethyst deck, the Steel Amber deck is still like the hardest matchup because like if they wheel you and they can like just mess your whole hand up. Like now you have to play with weird cards and you don't know what they have. Like, but you want to be able to draw into cards that you can summon and kill their guys. That's why like I think that's why Scar is so good. I might bump it up because like if you draw Scar at the top, it's just be prepared. But if you draw this card, at least it like outs something. It's like a 1-for-1. But it still does something other than like summoning a creature and then they grab your swords you and then now you're dead and now you're just set back a turn and they just kill you. So yeah, that's the deck profile.
Sick, man. Any final thoughts on the deck? You gonna change it up at all for the format?
I think this deck is really, really good. I've been playing it since last set. I think I play control, so like the idea of the deck is like kind of more my play style. I don't think I will not play a purple card though, this whole format. Maybe might change it up, but if like I got a couple decks, me and the homies are like brewing up together, but all of them have purple. Like I'm not playing no purple card. Like I just think all the like the Meta Mim stuff is just way too good not to play. Just utilize everything. Like I play monsters, right? And then you be prepared with me. Like I gain stuff, so it's like it's not like I'm losing cards when I play these cards. That's kind of why I like it.
Yeah. Would you say purple is the best color? Both of the first place lists for the events this weekend were playing purple.
I think so. Like just because like right, the Ruby Amethyst deck is playing purple, right? And then the other deck, which is I think is like another scary deck because it beats this deck, is the yellow purple deck. Like that's like probably like the deck that I feel like I have to build my deck to beat because if you just don't draw the right cards on curve, you just lose. Like outright, you just lose on turn 5 and then you can't play. And if you go second, like you super lose. That's kind of like why I don't like. That's why like I'm playing like cards like this because you want to be able to play going second. But I probably think Amethyst right now has the best card like selection just because it does so much, right? Like you have bounce cards. Now you have removal. Now you have big cards. Like you have cards that give you free stuff. Like all the draw power, which is broken. Yeah. I think purple is the best for sure. And then like the items are broken, right? Yeah.
Sick. Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Sure.
All right. Stay tuned to Lorcana Goons.